So you just got yourself a new Ford project car. You've changed the oil, you've checked the transmission fluid, you even checked to make sure the rear diff had fluid in it. But I bet you didn't check to make sure your steering gear had grease in it. It's a really easy process. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Stick around. So here's our Ford steering box. Ford, Lincoln, Mercury. A lot of these are gonna be the same. And what's interesting compared to a GM box that has power steering fluid running through its power steering systems, Ford power steering boxes, while they might have had a different gear set, still used a manual box. And then they used this weird power ram system that operated the power steering. They're a pain, they leak really bad, and they're expensive to repair today. But for our project, it's gonna make this easy. Now some people will put gear oil in these. Don't do that, it's gonna leak. These take just a basic grease. GM manual boxes are actually similar, but they're a little pickier on the grease, I think. I think they want a specific lithium grease because they came from the factory with a self-leveling grease. Ford, moly lithium chassis grease, good to go. It's really simple. There's kind of two flavors of this box. There's gonna be a top plug, which is what this one is, top being the front of the box that the steering shaft comes out of, and a bottom plug, where your vent hole, instead of being on the top here, would be down here. I bought this box for a project that I may be purchasing that I wanted to do some test fit on. I'm not gonna reveal that just yet, just in case the project falls through. I don't want people to get their hopes up for no reason, including me. But it moves pretty freely. It's a little bit crunchy. It's like you can feel all the individual gear sets moving, but it'll be good enough for what I need it for, even if it's not good enough for long-term use. But I did want to try to bring this thing back around, grease it, and help you guys out along the way if you've never seen this before. So there's a really simple setup: vent plug, 3 top plate bolts, and this is actually an adjuster. We're not gonna mess with that right now. That's a little bit more of an advanced setting than what we're doing here. So this is a top vent setup. So with a top vent, you're going to want to turn your steering wheel all the way to the right. If you had a bottom plug, you do the same thing, but all the way to the left. I've already loosened these up. So you're gonna take out your vent tube. That's what you're gonna fill through. You're also gonna take out one of these top plug bolts. Which one you take out is going to depend on where your vent plug is. You're gonna take out the one that's farthest geometrically from where that vent hole is. So in my case, we're gonna take this one out here because it's the farthest from that. If you had a bottom plug, you would take this top one out because that one would be the farthest. I'm gonna get comfortable here because this might take a while. So we've got our vent plug out, we've got our top plate bolt removed. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start filling here until you start to see grease come out of this. It's probably gonna be black and desiccated. And depending on how dry this thing has gotten over time, it might take a lot. Like I've heard of people putting more than a single tube of grease in it. So we'll just kind of see what happens there. But this could take a minute. I can see it moving a little bit through that vent hole. It's starting to... It spit at me. Now it's stopped, so I think we just maybe worked out an air pocket that first time. So we're gonna keep going until, you know, we would get something coming out on every pump. Okay, so pretty much a whole tube later, I think we're finally starting to get consistent pressure here. Yep, there we go. Okay, so now we're gonna take this out. We're gonna wipe this down and put our 2 plugs back in, just kind of put them finger tight. Then you're gonna rotate that wheel all the way in the opposite direction, take your plugs out, do the same thing until it starts coming out again, and it should be a lot faster that time. All right, here we go. Now the wheel's turned in the opposite direction. And there you go, it's coming out super fast. You get pretty much all the work in the first time around. Now, it might be a good idea if you're getting really gnarly, crusty grease coming out of there to maybe pump some extra in and try to displace some of that nasty grease. But in this case, I don't even know how good this steering box is in the first place, so I'm not gonna take that extra step. Now we put our hardware back in and we're done. So let's do a little test run here. It's smoothed out a little bit, but it's still a little bit crunchier than I would like. But honestly, I mean, you guys saw how much grease I put in it. That's probably because it was ran with dry, useless grease in it for years and years, maybe decades. So don't let that be you. When you get a new project car that's got one of these type of boxes in it, take $10 worth of grease and 15 minutes of your time and fill the thing up. It's not hard and it could save your steering gear. That was super easy, and that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.